You might ask why I would be concerned with bringing the history of the Bible to a more popular audience. We inevitably and must see the world through the lens of a story. A story is a description of the implicit structure through which we view the world and prioritize our perceptions and determine how to act. Now, because you can act in a very large variety of ways, that plethora of possibility has to be limited and focused. It has to come to a point. It has to have a destination. It has to have a moral. It has to have an ethic. And what a story is a description of an ethic of attentional and action prioritization. Peace is dependent upon us being brought together under the rubric of a single centralizing narrative, much of which is reflected in the meta-narrative that the biblical library constitutes. So I hope you enjoy this tour through the history of the world's most significant book. Didn't really know what to think to begin with. Being a Northern Albertan cynic, I thought of the Museum of the Bible as kind of a backwoods fundamentalist enterprise in all likelihood, and that turned out to be unbelievably wrong. I didn't really understand until I walked through the museum, or I didn't understand as deeply as I might have, how key the Bible was to the spread of literacy in general around the world.
I'm Brian Hyland. I'm the Associate Curator of Medieval Manuscripts here at Museum of the Bible. What that means is I get to work with manuscripts that were produced in Western Europe from about the year 800 up to the 1500s. When we walk into the fourth floor, the history of the Bible, we see in front of us a mural. And this mural kind of encapsulates the entire history of the text. On the far left, what you see is the Great Isaiah Scroll. It's one of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and it represents the original Hebrew texts. To its right, we have what we call the Bodmer Psalms. The Bodmer Psalms are actually a codex, so the idea of a modern kind of hardcover book. And then to the right of that, what you see is a medieval psalter. And this is the Rice Psalter. It's a 15th century Latin text. It represents the manuscript tradition. Immediately to its right, what we have is the Gutenberg Bible. We're going from manuscript to printing and the impact of the printing press. To the right of the Gutenberg, there is a leaf from the King James Bible. Printing kind of dominates the world down to the late 20th and early 21st centuries. And so representing where we are today at this moment, we have a cell phone. And on the cell phone, somebody has a Bible app in Korean using the Hangul script.
Some of those online biblical sites are extremely useful because you can go through the biblical writings verse by verse with 50 translations simultaneously. And it's so interesting to see the different interpretations of the translations because it fleshes out the connotations and the poetic allusions in the text and cross-references as well.
What this means is that the Bible is a text that reaches out and it's still being interpreted today.
You look at the phone and the potential of the phone, and then you see all the languages and you realize this is the first moment in human history. The Bible has been available in almost every language and dialect.